Hello, welcome to TCC Josh. My name is Lugan Zero, and I'm back at it again with some Union Arena. And today, I'm just going to show you what the starter deck for the Bleach starter deck is going to look like for us. Well, that I know of. I don't think we have any changes. If we do, I'll put it down in a comment or I'll just change it up for us. But we're going to be starting with four. I don't know most of these characters' names. On play, draw one, place one card into your outside area. You need to remember that with Bleach, outside area and like a removed area, I can't remember what they're going to call it for us, are two separate places. So you need to remember you have two trashes and banish zones. Um, just this deck specifically. So just remember that if it says outside area, it's one thing. If it says I can't remember the other one, it's a trash area. Remember they're different. Four of those. Draw one, trash one. Really good effect. Draw one on trigger. Pretty good. Then we have Urahime. She is a one cost, two energy producer. Return one cost to your hand, and if you cannot, you return this card. Very standard card. Every deck, every set pretty much has these for every color. It's a really good. First turn you play a zero, second turn you play this, and you play another. You play your zero again. Pretty standard, pretty normal, pretty good. Two cost, or two of them. We got two cost. Guy with the hat. Yep, can't remember his name. If he is active, increase your energy, generates +1. This is a standard second turn play with this character, or if you're a Hime into this, so that way you're generating 4 energy. Pretty good to have. Sucks that he doesn't have a raid in this deck or in the set entirely, but pretty good card. Then you have your Ichigos, just Ichigo Kurosaki. Add the card to your hand. Simple, zero cost. You need 4 of them. You're going to have 4 of them. And it's great that the starter deck gives you these. So, yep. Then you have, God, I remember his name in like English. It's Chad, right? I think it's Chad in English. But yeah, rest him. This character gets +1 energy for the turns. You enter your main phase. Retire this character. So retiring it would be trashing it. Would not be going to outside area. Got to remember that so that way you don't get these effects mixed up. Pretty simple. Pretty good. Explosive turn, especially because he clears the self. As much as you might think that's a bad effect, clearing a body off the board is pretty good sometimes, so you might want to keep that in mind. You don't want to clog your energy zones. Uh, and then you have Renji. When front lines per turn, place the top card of your deck to the outside area. If you did, choose up to one of your characters in your area. That character gains 500. So you can choose himself. You can choose a different character. Give him +500. Really powerful. I know 500 doesn't sound like a lot, but that turns him to a 4K. 4K at the beginning is pretty standard of like a boss monster beat stick. 5K is what it gets up to later on. But I think in Bleach Volume 2, they give you a lot more that turn into 5Ks. So yeah, 2 cost just so that way you can use him to raid onto your other Renjis. And there's some other. Is he really the only 2 Renjis in the whole deck? Wow. So, ooh, that's kind of tragic. Anyways, another delicious bread. Choose one of your characters in your area. It gains 1,000 for the turn. Choose one of your action points. Set it active. Pretty good. It is 1 active, so that way you're just kind of like giving it. You're getting your action point back. Buffing something by 1,000 is pretty good, especially because it makes it so you can swing 5Ks for 3,500, 4,500, whatever. Trigger effect to activate a character, give it 3,000 again. You do not have to activate in order to give the buff. You can just give the buff and not have to activate the card. Then you got Getsuga Tensho can't. Yep, don't choose one of your characters in your front line with 3,000 BP or less. Retired. If there's a Ichigo on it, it can be 5,000. Like I said, there is pretty much one of these kind of style card in every single deck and set that just, hey, you pop something at 3K or 5K, depending on if you have main character in the decks on the field. And most of the time you will, they'll be sitting in your zeros, so that way you can raid them. They'll be your zeros, your 1 cost characters to do draws and stuff like that, and then trigger effect of just blowing anything up on the front line, just retire it. And then you have Bankai. Bankai is your activate 2 AP to so that way you can extend your plays. And then if you have no life and it's the last card, you get to get a life. Pretty good. Really crazy kind of effect. That's why you can only play 4 of them, and you can only have 4 of the style card in your deck finals. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Then you have another Orihime. She is double block, double block. If you block, you restand it so you can block again. Very strong card. You absolutely need it so that way if your opponent tries to push for chump swings, you have a 3k blocker, double block 2 of their chump swings. Or you could block a chump swing, block a big guy, lose the Orihime, well, whatever. Then you have just a 3 cost, 2 energy, also 3k. Pretty good for pushing out to swing if you're going for game. He also has the trigger effect of activated character, give it 3000 BP. Really good. Ichigo, standard. Pretty good boy. When attacking, gain 1000 BP. Really good, makes him a 4k swing every turn. It's kind of hard to want to push out a 2 energy creator. What's the most expensive? You got 5. I guess 5's not too bad to kind of like create. You just need 1, 2, and then the rest of them can be 1s. I guess you could push him out, and then he's always a 4k swinger. You're never raiding on this one, ever. You're just always 4k swing, and if you push him out, don't ever raid onto him with this. Just 4k swing it out. I saw somebody kind of say something in one of the groups I'm in about raid. Yes, you have to raid in order to get any effect that is after it. So we'll take this Ichigo. If you do not raid onto him, you just play this card. You cannot activate the main once per turn. Place 4 cards from your outside area to your remove area. So outside, remove. If you did draw 1 card, this character gains impact. You do not get this effect. You do not get to use it. You cannot use it if you do not raid. Just so you guys all know. So if you do not have something to raid on it and add it to your hand, he is just a 4k beat stick. That's it. Remember that. You must raid. Same with his. Is he not the raid one? Oh, he's not the raid one. Okay, there's a raid Renji that will be in the set, but this one is just on play. Choose your opponent's characters in the front line, minus 3000 BP for the turn. Also remember, all of your effects that you use have to be done on that on play. You can't like play him during your battle and all that stuff. 2 totally different phases. And then we have a gosh, I can't remember her name, but she's 4k beat stick, pretty good. On play, you can place 3 cards from your outside area to your remove area. If you did draw 2 cards, the standard purple Bleach deck likes having cards in its outside or the remove area, so this is a great card for that. But for the deck, in just a standard format, it's not that great, but it is draw 2 cards. Pretty good, especially because you're just removing cards you already had there in the trash. Just a 0 cost, 1 energy, so that way you have a turn 1 play. Trust me, mulligan for 0s. Always mulligan for 0s. Don't ever just keep them in your hand just because or don't mulligan them away thinking, oh, but I want my top end. I want big bodies. I want my draw, my buffs and all that stuff, my stuff to restand. You want 0s. Look for 0s. Always look for 0s, because trust me, if you do not have these, you will not play the game and you will lose. You will lose so quickly. Ichigo's room. Rest this card, retire this card, draw a card, place 1 card from your hand to the outside area. Pretty good draw engine. It's a field, so it does not ever get to leave the energy zone, but draw 2, trash 1, pretty good, not terrible. And then we have the Shingami Agency. Draw 2 cards, place 1 card from your hand to the outside area. Just another draw card, an event. I think it's the only one. Yeah, it's just 2 of them. Pretty good though. Yeah, that's the deck. That is what you're going to be working with for it. It's a pretty good deck. It's a really good bare bones deck for the purple Ichigo deck once the full set comes out and you're actually adding cards into it, switching things out. Because you need way more than just 2 Renjis, bro. It's kind of crazy because the Raid Renji is really good, and I can't. Raid Renji is basically this guy's effect, but on like getting the trash stuff, so you get to like stockpile even more resources to use more effects. Kind of crazy that they didn't put it in. I thought this was the raid one, but no, guess not. Where is the raid Renji? Is this him? Oh, that's right. There it is. Raid Renji. Yeah, Raid Renji plays 4 cards the outside area, move area, and then you get to buff. You get to make something weak and swing over it. I thought that was in here. Guess not. Just gotta pull them. But look at that. Look at that beautiful card. You can get that, and I think it'll be signed. Believe that it's going to be signed in English. So yeah, look out for those whenever you buy boxes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully the audio is pretty good this time. But if it's not, leave a comment, tell me how it is, and I hope you guys are able to get into your super pre-releases. Remember to go sign up for them, look for them. They are active and open right now. Check around, check places, call places. I think 16 is going to be the max because I think they're going to send 32, 16 of each Hunter and each deck would go over the Hunter deck after this one. But yeah, call places, check them out. 25 to $30 I think is the typical minimum for the decks and everything, and I probably would say it's worth it just because they're super pre-release. They have stamps on them. You get a new stamped card and everything for participating and all that stuff. So I would say do it. Solely worth it. If you get the Bleach deck, really good deck. The Hunter deck, still good. Definitely is going to have some struggle unless you can high roll in it, but we'll go over that next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are able to get yourself into the super pre-release and have yourself some fun playing some Union Arena, because I know I will, and I can't wait to make more content on this. But until next time, keep collecting shiny cardboards, keep collecting shiny cards, and I will smell you later.